Moebius is a 2013 South Korean drama film, written and directed by Kim Ki-duk. In this film, a wife, overwhelmed with hatred for her husband, inflicts an unspeakable wound on their son, as the family heads towards horrific destruction. Moebius was screened out of competition at the 70th Venice International Film Festival. It was initially banned in South Korea, before the Korea Media Rating Board reviewed the film and changed the rating. Happy End is a 1999 South Korean film, written and directed by Jang Ji-woo. Starring Choi Min-sik, Jun Do-yeon, and Joo Jin-mo. The film is about Minky, a banker who gets laid off after 6 years of service. He feels ashamed at having to act as domestic housekeeper for his career woman wife Bora. Bora feels trapped in a passionless marriage, and is having an affair with a former college boyfriend. Minky gradually pieces together the evidence of Bora's infidelity, and is devastated by what he finds. Director Jang Ji-woo has taken the role of observer, using mostly handheld cameras to capture the events in the lives of his three main subjects. Untold Scandal is a 2003 South Korean romantic drama film, directed by Lee Jae-young, and starring Bae Young-joon, Jun Do-yeon, and Lee Mi-suk. Loosely based on the 18th-century French novel, Les Liaisons Dangereuses, this adaptation takes place in late 18th-century Korea, during the Joseon dynasty. In this film, a beautiful but cynical noblewoman makes a bet with her free-spirited cousin, that he can have sex with her, if he is able to seduce a young woman of great virtue. He accepts the challenge with enthusiasm, though not suspecting the nasty trap he is walking into. In Japan, the film was given an R18 rating by the Japanese Film Ethics Commission. The film was a major commercial success, and became the fourth highest-grossing domestic film of 2003, with more than 3.5 million tickets sold nationwide. The Servant is a 2010 South Korean historical romantic drama film, starring Kim Joo-hyuk, Jo Yo-jeong, and Ri Sung-bum. In this film, a servant falls in love with a girl whom his master also desires. Although the girl loves the servant, she also longs to improve her station in life. The film was a box office hit, receiving more than 3 million admissions. Marriage is a Crazy Thing is a 2002 South Korean film, and the second film directed by South Korean poet-turned-director Yoo-ha. Starring Kam Woo-sung and Jang-hwa. In this film, a man and a woman meet each other on a blind date, and soon fall into love and bed with each other. Torn by thoughts of love versus riches, however, the woman marries another man, leading the two to a moral dilemma. It was a surprise sleeper of the spring season, attracting more than 1 million viewers nationwide, and besting such big-budget competitors as Chihwaseon and Funny Movie at the box office. Pieta is a 2012 South Korean film, written and directed by Kim Ki-duk. It depicts the mysterious relationship between a brutal man, who works for loan sharks, and a middle-aged woman, who claims that she is his mother. The film includes strong Christian symbolism as well as highly sexual content. It made its world premiere in the competition lineup of the 69th Venice International Film Festival, where it won the Golden Lion. It is the first Korean film to win the top prize at one of the three major international film festivals, Venice, Cannes, and Berlin. Thirst is a 2009 South Korean horror film, written, produced and directed by Park Chan-wook, starring Song Kang-ho and Kim Ok-bin. This film tells the story of a Catholic priest, who decides to take part in an experiment, to find a vaccine for a deadly virus. The experiment goes horribly wrong, and a blood transfusion turns him into a vampire, with an insatiable lust for human blood. Physical and psychological changes lead to his affair with a wife of his childhood friend, who is repressed and tired of her mundane life. The film won the jury prize at the 2009 Cannes Film Festival. It is the first mainstream Korean film to feature full frontal male nudity. A Frozen Flower is a 2008 South Korean historical erotic film. It is directed by Yoo-ha and stars Jo In-sung, Joo Jin-mo and Song Ji-hyo. This film is about a homosexual king persuading his lover to sleep with the queen to produce an heir. After experiencing sexual intimacy, they cannot control their lust for each other, and romantic feelings begin to develop. The insanely jealous king realizes his master plan backfired, and some tragic consequences follow. It was released in South Korea on December 30, 2008, and was the sixth most attended film of 2008, with more than 3.7 million tickets sold. The Handmaiden is a 2016 South Korean erotic psychological thriller film, directed by Park Chan-wook, and starring Kim Min-hee, Ha Jang-woo, and Kim Tae-ri. It is adapted from the novel Fingersmith by Welsh writer Sarah Waters. Having transposed the story to 1930s era colonial Korea and Japan, the film tells the tale of a young Japanese lady, living on a secluded estate, and a Korean woman who is hired to serve as her new handmaiden, but who is secretly involved in a conman's plot to defraud her of her large inheritance. The film was selected to compete for the Palme d'Or at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival. Oldboy is a 2003 South Korean mystery thriller film, directed by Park Chan-wook. It is the second installment of the Vengeance trilogy, preceded by Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and followed by Sympathy for Lady Vengeance. The film follows the story of Oh Dae-soo, who is imprisoned in a cell which resembles a hotel room for 15 years, without knowing the identity of his captor or his captor's motives. When he is finally released, Dae-soo finds himself still trapped in a web of conspiracy and violence. His own quest for vengeance becomes tied in with romance, when he falls in love with an attractive young female sushi chef. The film won the Grand Prix at the 2004 Cannes Film Festival, and high praise from the president of the jury, director Quentin Tarantino. In South Korea, the film was seen by 3.26 million filmgoers and it ranks 5th place for the highest-grossing film of 2003. It grossed a total of $14,980,000 worldwide. Let it go, let my body go.